Hi there, welcome to live stream Yoga with Louise, tips and cues to keep you safe and strong on the mat. Today we're going to be targeting the whole body and I'd like you to try to really work it after that extra long Easter weekend. As always, play where you're comfortable, modify if and when you need to, rest, even pausing the stream should you need to. All right, let's hit the mat. We're going to set up for today's class standing towards the back end of the mat with enough room to walk out into a plank line when you need it. Stand up nice and tall. We'll start with some mobilization through the spine and some connection to the core. Start with your chin line parallel to the floor. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, nod your chin to your chest. Start contracting the core. Peel down one vertebra at a time into a soft forward fold, taking it down as far as you can. Take a recovery inhalation. Use a whole exhale to peel back up, to restack and realign your body. Find a gentle rhythm of your own, rolling down, making sure that you're hollowing out that belly as you roll down. Keep that same sense of hollowness, that connectedness to the core as you restack and realign. Maybe doing one or two more just to mobilize through the spine. And then maybe on your next journey down, you're going to walk out into a plank hold. So when you hit about the tabletop line, walk your hands up, come into a plank line and hold your body parallel to the mat for a slow count of 10, 8, 6. If the plank line is too much, you could drop to 4-point kneeling, but push the mat away and give me a strong line through the spine. Then walk your way back to your standing frame. Think of peeling back up into your roll down, or rather your roll up this time. Nod your chin to your chest, roll it down. Come into your plank line. Hold. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Walk back. Think of restacking, realigning your body. Keep that contraction in your core as you peel back up. Let's do that one more time. Walk out into your plank. Hold it steady. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Walk it back. Restack and realign. So think knees over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over hips, head center aligned. Roll it down. Let's come into our plank line and then we'll add to it. Hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Then start taking one knee out at a time, alternating left and right as if you were trying to take the knee and tap it to your elbow. If you're working from 4-point kneeling, just lift up one knee at a time, softly splaying it out to the side of the room. Then find your way back to your plank and walk back up to your start position. Roll it up. Nod your chin to your chest, bring it down. Come into your plank hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Lizard walk to the side. Then on your next step out, come into a wide plie line. You can either tap both sets of fingertips to the floor or you can come into a midway stance and just softly think of plieing down. Front view, you've got your feet wide, maybe a little bit wider than the mat, and you're just gently pulsing up and down. Either midway or you can bring those fingertips all the way down and you can marry it with a squat. Dealer's choice. Then drop back down, find your way to your plank. Walk your way back to your original standing frame. Restack and realign. Nod your chin to your chest, peel it down. Come into your plank hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Find your little lizard walk side to side. One more, then we're going to find our plie line, stepping wide with both legs, tap to the mat and come up. Either playing with little halfway drops or bringing it all the way down to the mat and back up. Let's stand up nice and tall. I'm going to give you a front view. From your plie position, you're going to straighten up both legs and then angle in the back foot slightly at 45. So it looks almost like you're in a pyramid type frame or a triangle type frame. You can either keep that front foot at 45 or you can open it up. You're going to just brush your hand down that leg and come back to your start position. Just trying to open up through the side of your body. Brushing the hand down and coming back to your start position. You're going to shoot for 10 reaches on side one. Sync your movement to your breath. Once you've done 10 repetitions on side one, you're going to find your original plie line, and we're going to do the same on side two, angling that back leg in, finding almost a little mini triangle, and then reaching down the lead leg, and then floating softly back to your start position. Exhale as you reach down, sliding the hand down the leg, and then inhale to come back to your start position. Shooting for as close to 10 repetitions as you can manage. Come back to your plie line. You're going to give me those midway plies, or you can take your fingertips all the way down to the floor if you prefer. One more. You're going to find your way from here back into your plank line. Walk your way back to your original standing frame on the mat. Restack, realign your body. Let's do that whole sequence again. Nod your chin to your chest. Walk out into your plank line. Pause. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Little lizard walk, side to side. Find a rhythm that works for you. Don't have to keep pace with me. And then from here, you're going to step wide into your plie line, tapping either all the way to the floor or halfway as you give me little plie lifts up and down. Keep your tailbone tucked under, belly button pulled in. Keep that little plie position on the legs, but lengthen through the legs and angle in that back foot. Think of that little triangular frame that you're trying to set up. You're going to slide your hand down the lead leg and back to your start position. 10 little slide down reaches on side one. Exhaling as you slide down, inhaling as you come back. When you you've done as close to 10 repetitions as you can, you're going to set up that same little triangle on side 2. You're going to reach down and back up. Last one, you're going to come back into your wider plie-like stance and you're going to give me 10 little plie drop downs. Feet are softly splayed out, tailbone tucked under, core braced. You're going to find your way back into your plank line. Hold nice and strong. Let's walk it back. Nod your chin to your chest, peel back up. We're going to repeat that sequence one last time before we come to a seated frame. Nod your chin to your chest, peel it down. Plank walk out to hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, lizard walk, side to side. Body line stays as parallel to the mat as you can manage. You're going to ease your way into your plie-like line and you're going to give me 10 plie drop downs, either halfway or all the way down if you prefer. Feet are softly splayed out, not allowing those knees to fall in, keeping the tailbone tucked under, belly button pulled in. Once you've done 10 plie drop downs, you're going to straighten up the legs, angle in one foot at 45. Think of finding a little triangle-like frame through the legs. You're going to give me a little reach down and back to your start position. Last one, let's change sides. Find your little flare out position, angle in the back foot at 45, straighten up the lead leg, and then slide your hand down the lead leg and come back to a standing frame. Last one. Find your plie position and give me 10 little drop downs through the plie line. This is our last set of 10, and then we're going to ease our way from here into a seated frame. So no plank line when you're done with this set. Once you've done your 10, you're going to drop your hands to the mat behind you, extend the legs long and lengthened in front of you, and come into a staff seat at the top end of your mat. Maybe placing the fingertips softly alongside your hip bones, just pushing off your spine of fingertips. You're going to brace softly into your feet, trying to keep a nice tall seat with your shoulders stacked over your hips. You're going to gently lift and lower the right leg 10 times. If you can, trying to keep that foot hovering just off the floor. When you've done 10, you're going to lift and hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Gently walk your hands by keeping that right leg floating and ease your way onto the elbows. And then give me 10 single leg lifts on the right. Hovering the heel just off the floor and then kicking up as high as you'd like to today. End with the leg lifted and hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Push off your elbows, tuck into a little boat-like hold, leaning onto your fingertips. you're going to extend and bend through the knees. Think of tucking both knees in towards your chest and then trying to extend and hover the body just off the mat. If this is too much for you, just come to a nice tall seat, grab your shins towards your body line and just take a recovery stretch. Once you're done, 10 little crunchies. You're going to drop your toes to the mat, extend your legs, find your high seat, fingertips brace softly on the mat alongside your body. You're going to give me 10 little lifts on the left, trying to maintain that high seat. So you're squeezing the energy between the inner thighs together and you're pulling up strongly from the pelvic floor. Then end with the leg hovering and hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. You're going to gently fall back onto the elbows and you're going to start lifting and lowering that left leg, trying to hover the whole foot off the mat, not collapsing your ribs into the mat. So you're pushing off your forearms, you're floating your chest up to the sky. Hold high for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. You're going to bend both knees. Think of walking back up onto your fingertips. Weight is tipped just off your tailbone in almost a boat-like fashion. You're going to extend and bend through the knees, pushing off your spider fingertips and really working that core. Shoot for between 5 and 10 repetitions if you can. And then from here, we're going to come into a soft fall back, hollowing out your body, arms at your side, and you're going to crisscross flutter the feet. You're holding an almost U-like frame with your lower back imprinted, your weight off the shoulders, and you flutter kicking the feet. Let's do 2 more. Then bend your knees, connect the soles of the feet. Just take a recovery breath or 2. We're going to come into a tailbone lift from here, but we're going to change it up slightly today. Bend your knees, connect the soles of the feet as if you wanted to set yourself up for a bridge line and drop the arms either at your side, palms down, or you can tuck your hands palms down underneath your bum and forge a little diamond frame between the hands to support your lower back. You're going to float both legs up to the sky and you're going to cross the right leg in front of the left. You can soften at the knees if you need to. You're going to start your tailbone lift just behind your 90 line. Pretend somebody's tugging on your toes, pulling your feet through the 90 line, and you're just going to give me a little pike of your tailbone off the mat and back to your start position. It's not a big movement. Pretend somebody's tugging your toes and then come slowly back to your start position. Just try to effect a little tug or a lift of the tailbone so that you can feel your lower abs working to softly draw your feet back to your start position. You're going to shoot for roughly 10 repetitions. And then you're going to come back to your 90 line and as slowly and with as much control as you can, you're going to keep that cross leg position. You're going to drop your legs halfway down and back to your start position. Halfway down, slowly, slowly back. Halfway down, slowly, slowly back. Stay here or give me 5 low drops if you've got no lower back issues. You can drop those legs all the way down to hovering just off the floor and then slowly back to your start position. Listen to your body. If your body's not happy with the lower drops, then please stay with a halfway drop. Keep your breath cycle flowing. Allow your movement to follow your breath. Then draw back to your 90 position. Scoop to peel up off the shoulders and hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Bend your knees, connect the soles of your feet and roll over onto one side. Propping yourself up on your bottom elbow, elbow stacking underneath your armpit. You're going to try to extend both legs, either stacking one foot on top of the other or taking the top foot and anchoring it above, in front of the bottom foot, so both feet are knife-edged. You're going to pick your poison and you're going to push up into a side plank, lifting and lowering your hips towards the floor, either knife-edging your feet, or you can stack one leg on top of the other. You can either fist your bottom hand or you can give me a flat hand, whichever feels the most intuitive for you. You're going to shoot for 10 lifts and lowers. If coming into this side plank is too much for you, you can maybe bend both knees, stacking them, and then try to lift and lower your bottom off the mat for 10 repetitions. Once you've done 10 lifts, you're going to bring yourself all the way down to the mat and you're going to use your bottom arm as a long pillow. You're going to push off your top hand and you're going to hover your feet just off the mat. You're going to lift higher and lower. Lift and lower, both legs in unison without allowing the feet to tap the mat. So you want to keep them hovering and you're going to use your core to drive that movement. So pretend you're pulling on a little piece of string through the belly button, which is enabling you to lift and lower those legs. Then come to a hovering leg position just off the floor and hold for 10, seeing if you can maybe lift your top arm up to the sky and hold. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Anchor your top hand, bend your knees, stacking your legs one on top of the other. We're going to come into a clam line. Try to give me a long line through your spine and make sure that your heels are on the same axis as your spine. You're going to open and close the legs, keeping the feet softly together. Don't rush your clam. Open and close gently. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. You're going to end open, bottom leg is anchored into the mat, and you're going to extend the top leg and then tap back out. Extend and tap. Extend and tap. Let's do 7, 6, 5, reaching long through those toes. 4, 3, 2. You're going to combine those two movements together. Open your clam, extend, bend, tap, and close. Open, kick, tap, close. Open, extend, tap, close. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. As you complete the last one, maybe bend that top leg, run your hand down, reach for the foot, grab the foot, and then just make the top knee heavy to the bottom knee and give yourself a little chill out here. We're going to roll onto the back from here. Ease your way onto your back. We're going to find that little tailbone lift again, that cross-legged tailbone lift, and this time you're going to cross the left leg in front of the right. Arms at your side or hands palms down underneath your bum. You're going to give me just a small little lift of the tailbone and float back to your start position. Starting with your feet behind the 90 line, pretending that you're a marionette. Somebody's tugging on your toes and pulling them through the 90 line. Just giving you a little lift of the tailbone and then softly reconnecting your tailbone to the mat. Shoot for as close to 10 repetitions as you can manage. Once you've done 10, you're going to give me a halfway drop and back to your start position. Halfway drop, Slowly, slowly back. Stay here or give me a full drop hovering just off the floor, and then slowly, slowly pull back up to your start position. Let's do one more. Once you've completed your last one, you're going to uncross your legs, come back into a bridge-like frame with your knees bent and the soles of your feet connected to the mat. Place your left fingertips on your sternum and tuck your right hand behind your head in a surrender-like fashion with your elbow nice and wide. Start in neutral spine. On the exhale, tilt your pelvis to 12 o'clock. Feel your lower back imprint. Find a soft contraction in the core. Allow that contraction to peel you up off the shoulders, looking down and dropping down through the sternum. Pause, and then float back to your start position. Let's do 4 more. Let's change sides. Place your right hand on the sternum and tuck the left hand behind your head, elbow nice and wide in a surrender-like fashion. Start in neutral. Tilt your pelvis to 12 o'clock, scoop to peel up, holding that contraction in the core. Drop down through the sternum. Inhale to float back down. Now let's double up. Tuck both hands behind your head in a surrender-like fashion, both elbows wide. Start in neutral. Tilt your pelvis to 12 o'clock, scoop to peel up. Find that contraction, drop down, make your sternum heavy. Inhale to float back. Let's shoot for at least 9 more. Two more to go. Last one, keep those elbows nice and wide. Float softly back down to the mat. Arms at your side, palms down. You're going to start in your bridge-like frame. Keep your left leg where it is and focus just on your right leg for the first round. You're going to do a little knee draw into table and then super, super softly tap the foot, just whisper softly off the mat. You're going to keep giving me a little knee draw on the right. Try to bring that foot back to the mat as softly as you can so that it's just whisper softly touching the mat, the whole foot touching the mat. So you're not trying to tap with the heel or the toe, you're trying to bring the whole foot down in unison. Try to keep that core working as you do so. Try not to tense your neck or your shoulders. Then let's double up, drawing both knees into table and then softly whispering them back to the mat. Don't drive the movement from your knees or your feet. Drive from the core. So think of a core contraction, pulling those knees up and then relaxing that contraction to bring the feet back to the mat. If you need a visual cue, as you draw the knees in towards your nose, think of pulling up from your pubic bone towards your navel, and at the same time that you're doing that, you're tugging down from your sternum to the navel. So it's that contraction through the core that draws the knees up. Then ground both feet, keep your right leg where it is, and give me some singles on the left. Keep that contraction in the core. Keep working your core. Try not to tense your neck or your shoulders. Let's try to double up and work both legs in unison. Last one, then we'll do some rocking motions to bring ourselves back into a seated position. If rocking is not for you, maybe just cradle rock to the side, then roll over onto one side and find a seat. Alternatively, bend your knees, tuck your hands behind your thighs, open up your knees and your feet so that they're about hip-width distance apart. Think of that little rounded frame that we played with earlier on. Try to nod your chin towards your chest, rock up, and then peel back down. Pretend that somebody's pushing on your sternum, your breastbone, to hollow out your belly and round out your spine. Rock back as far as your shoulder blades and back up, preferably trying to keep those feet hovering just off the mat. Last one. Then you're going to sweep those legs underneath you and you're going to set yourself up for your side work on side 2. Bend your bottom elbow. Make sure that the arm is not too far away from you, so elbow stacking underneath your armpit, either keeping both legs bent as you lift and lower for 10, or stack both legs one on top of the other, or one in front of the other as you lift and lower. So you're going to find a modified elbow plank lift and lower of your choice. Maybe top hand just resting on your thigh, or if you'd like to brace it on your hip, that would be fine. Find a rhythm that works for you. Once you've done your 10 lifts and lowers, you're going to bleed your way all the way down into the mat, and you're going to use your bottom arm as a long extended pillow. Try to keep your body stacked, so shoulders, hips, knees, ankles stacked. You're not rolling forward or leaning back. You're going to lift and hover both feet off the mat, and then see if you can lift and lower the legs in unison, keeping your bottom leg hovering off the floor. You're not sandwiching the legs together. You're just keeping them in a soft parallel line, and the whole time you're thinking of gently squeezing the energy between the inner thighs together. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Sync your movement to your breath. Then end with both legs hovering and try to hold for 10. If the balance is good, see if you can float the top arm up to the sky. Hold. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. We're going to set ourselves up a climb line from here. Bend the knees. Connect the soles of the feet. Make sure that your neck, your spine, and your heels are on the same axis. You're going to open and close the legs, keeping the feet softly clipped together. And you're going to work a gentle climb line, pretending that you're tugging on a little piece of string through the belly button that's connecting the inner thighs and the lower abdominals to drive that movement. We're going to end wide, holding a soft diamond-like frame. You're going to extend and tap, extend and tap. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then let's combine those two movements together. Close your clam first. Open, extend, tap, close. Open, extend, tap, close. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. From here, you're going to draw yourself into a seated frame. Let's come into a comfortable cross-legged seated position, and let's all lead with the left leg in front of the right. Sitting up as tall as you can, making sure that your bum bones are equally weighted into the mat. You're going to take a big breath in to prepare, and then on the exhale, you're going to twist towards your right knee, grabbing opposite hand to knee. You're going to pull with the hand, resist with the knee, and you're going to hold a soft twist. Using the fingertips of the other hand behind your hips just to prop your frame up nice and tall. On an inhale, come back to center. And then on a long exhale, take the twist to the other side. Inhale to bring it back to center. Exhale to twist. Inhale for center. Exhale to twist. Inhale for center, and then on a long exhale, just softly fold forward. Maybe that means you're just creeping onto the fingertips. Maybe it means you're coming onto your elbows. Just softly drape yourself down. Using a long exhale. Then inhale to softly peel back up. Cross the left foot over your right knee. Wiggling your right foot out the way, and then hug towards your top thigh, just using your elbow and your palm, your forearm to hug that whole limb in. Using the fingertips of the other hand behind you to just prop your frame up nice and tall as you come into a seated twist. Then untwist your trunk, swing your left leg out and aim it for the corner of your mat, placing the right foot on the inseam of the left leg. Try to get a sense of whether the weight is even through both of your bum bones. You're going to take a twist towards your bent knee, pushing the knee away, sitting up as tall as you can, and using the fingertips of the other hand just on the floor behind you to support your frame. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist. Grab for the outside of your extended foot and hold, extended leg, and hold that twist. Let's do that one more to each side. Inhale for the middle. Exhale to twist and push. Inhale for the middle. Exhale to grab and twist. Inhale to come back to the middle, and then on a long exhale, softly walk forward. If you've got the range of motion, maybe you can wrap around the foot. Maybe you'd like to take a belt or a strap to help you make that connection. Don't force the stretch. Just softly drape yourself forward and hold for a soft count of 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, gently peel back up and come into a butterfly frame. Bring the soles of your feet together. Wiggle your bum bones closer towards your heels. Maybe gently rocking the body weight side to side. And then come to stillness, pushing off your fingertips, which are gently just placed on the mat behind you. Your knees are as heavy as you can. Lengthen through the spine as much as you can. And then ease your way from here back into easy sit, this time with your right leg in front of your left. Get a sense of whether the weight through both bum bones is nice and even. Drop your shoulders away from your ears, lengthen through that spine. Feel that grounding into the mat through your bum bones. Take a big breath in and twist off center to one side, grabbing opposite hand to knee on the exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Inhale for center. Exhale to twist and hold. Inhale for center. Exhale to twist and hold. Inhale, bleed back to the center and just take a soft forward drape or fold on a long, lazy exhale. Inhale to bleed back up. Take your right foot, step it over the left knee. Wiggle your left foot out the way, make space for both of your bum bones, and then twist towards your top knee and try to hug that whole limb in. Using your elbow, your forearm, and your palm to hug that whole thigh in towards your chest and find a gentle seated twist. Give yourself a couple of moments here. And then when you're ready, you're going to open up from here into a modified gate line. Untwist your trunk and swing your right leg to face the front corner of the mat. Place the sole of the left foot on the inseam of the right leg. Sit up nice and tall. Make sure your bum bones are equally weighted. Take a big breath in to prepare as you drop the shoulders away from the ears. On the exhale, twist towards your bent leg. Push the knee away. Use the fingertips of the other arm to just support your spine so it feels like you're sitting up nice and tall. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale to twist and grab the outside of your extended leg. Inhale for center. Once more to each side. Push and twist. Inhale for center. Exhale to twist and grab. On a long inhale, come back to center. Take the deepest breath that you can, and then on a long, slow, lazy exhale, fold or creep forward. Maybe you can bind around the foot. And then maybe give yourself a few gentle inhales and exhales here, just trying to hold the stretch, keeping belly to spine. Try to relax into the stretch and try not to fight it. From here, you're going to bleed back up and you're going to find your way into a gentle butterfly line, bringing the soles of the feet together, knees nice and wide, fingertips placed on the mat behind you. Just gently rock your body weight, bum cheek to bum cheek, systematically creeping your heels closer towards your perineum, and then come to stillness, dropping the shoulders away, maybe nodding your chin to your chest and releasing any tension from the nape of the neck. And then closing off your playtime on the mat today by drawing the knees together, dropping the soles of your feet, maybe wrapping around your knees, or maybe you'd like to hug the shoulders, nodding your chin to your chest, giving yourself a little bit of love as we start off the new week. Namaste to you all. Thank you so much for coming out and joining me today. Hope you enjoyed today's class. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Remember to shoot me your comments. Make sure your notifications are on. and be ready for playtime on the mat tomorrow. Till then, keep it light.